What's going on, Savage Nation? Savage Civilian back with another new video. I love doing these kind of videos. They're bangers on the channel. You guys always like them. Views go through the roof. And I did a bunch of changes to my loadout kit, so I figured why not do a new video on it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the alert button, consider becoming a member. Plenty of perks there for you. Click like and drop a comment below. If you have a question or a comment, I get back to absolutely everyone. It may take an hour, it may take a week, but I do respond to every single person. Today we are going over our loadout kit. Our shit hits the fan kit, our war bag. In my case, I do security contract work, so this is actually pretty much my work bag, minus a couple little tweaks. But yeah, and there will be a sneak peek at my new rifle setup, but you're gonna have to click a different video, which will be filmed right after this one, to watch that. But I will give you a peek of the rifle, and then we're gonna go over the kit. This is a RE Factor bag in multicam. The rifle that usually lays right here on top is right here. Long story short, this is a Ergi, an LMT, Razor P2, Surefire, some other stuff that you got to click the other video to get a full breakdown on and to see how we store this in a deployment box. But switching out of that over to the bag, we'll just jump right into it, I guess. This little package here, I'll usually keep like hand sanitizer and wipes and stuff like that. This is like Form 1 and Form 4 paperwork. The only thing not in here right now, because I was putting new ears on it, is my helmet. My pistol, I had it work, so it's not in this holster, but I'll show you when we get to that part. Starting from this little side bag, I just keep some gloves and a shamag scarf. These gloves have kind of like a hard knuckle, but they're also very breathable. They're perfectly fine for shooting. I'm just gonna dig out piece by piece, no particular order. First thing we have is Ear Pro. These are Comtac 5s. Best Ear Pro on the market, in my opinion. However, I will say they are pricey. Depending what model and what configuration you get, they'll be anywhere from probably $700 to $1,200. I'll give a price breakdown on all this if you guys want. Yeah, say $700 to $1,200. You can do something along the lines of Pro here, which are very similar to the Walkers. I'll leave a link below to these guys. These are sub $50, and they're still electronic, they're still comfortable, and they work very well. First thing on top will be my belt setup. I have gone through a shit ton of belts. If you're new to the channel, you can go back and watch. I have a bunch of different belt setup configuration type videos. What belts I use for work, what belts I use for kit, what belts I use for everyday carry. But after trying numerous belts, from Haley to Blue Force, Agilite, etc., I have landed on the High Speed Gear gel insert belt for my main belt. I do wear an Agilite every day for work, but for this specific kit that has a lot of weight, I run this because it's padded. It's got almost gel throughout the whole thing, and it's very, very good load bearing. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of weight on me at all. I'm a lefty, so starting up at the top, I have my buckles. I have my holster. This is a T-Rex Ragnarok on a QLS system, and a True North Concepts bracket here. Moving back, we have a IFAK kit. This has mainly Stop the Bleed, some bandages, Neosporin, a spare tourniquet, stuff like that. Coming back here, which would be at my like 5 o'clock, you'd probably rock it on your 7 or 8, is just my dump bag. These are extremely important for a shit hits the fan scenario as well as a range scenario, because as you're dropping mags, this is where they can go. Saves you a lot of cleanup. In a shit hits the fan scenario, if you're doing some foraging, you come across some ammo, anything like that, again, it's very simple to go like this, and you have a huge bag to store stuff in. They weigh virtually nothing. And then moving to the front, I have one AR mag here, which is not in there obviously, and then a 3 placard for my Glock mags. So 3 pistol, 1 rifle stays on this specific belt. Again, this is a high-speed gear belt. Price-wise, you're probably looking at $300, $100, $200, say $700 all in, and that's being very generous. You can probably do much less if you did some shopping. This is a shooting bag. I'm a huge fan of shooting bags. They are very, very important to being accurate. I specifically like bags like this that I can literally wrap around my rifle or tie to my rifle and use that rifle in a situation where I could shoot off the mirror of a car or a tree or a fence or whatever. It's going to give you very good stability. Shooting bags can be had anywhere from $20 to $200. Next, and most importantly, is going to be the major change that I made. If you have been following me, I have been using a LBT, London Bridge Trading, QRC V2 plate carrier for a very long time. And I retired it, and I'm going to explain why. My new carrier is a Defense Mechanisms. This is a very light, very slick carrier. Reason I switched to this carrier and why I don't even have anything on the front, I will explain as we go a little further. But this carrier is like sub $300. I think it's around maybe even less than $200 if you're military or law enforcement. It's very well made. It's very light. It's very breathable, and the entire thing can come with like a hook and loop or with MOLLE. You can have it fitted any way you so choose. And the reason I went with this carrier, I was looking at this in the Slickster, is because I wanted to change the way I do loadout. If I am in a situation that doesn't require a full battle thing, I still want to have this protection. So with that being said, I can put this on and throw a hoodie over it and you'd never know I had it on. Or if I had a coat over top, you'd never know I had it on. And if I'm crawling on the ground, if I'm just looking to be gray man, right, I could have regular clothes on and have this underneath, and it's extremely slick, it's under 10 pounds, and most people would not know that I had this on. I did add some straps here. Now the reason I did this is because, like I was saying, if I'm wearing this, right, so I have this on, and I'm protected front and back, right? Again, I could do everything. I could move around. I could do jumping jacks. I have plenty of space. It's dead flat, and it's going to be very, very good on the eye. I'm not going to pop out. Like I said, simple jacket over this, a rain jacket, hoodie, anything, and it's going to take away 90% of the visibility. Someone with a trained eye can probably see cutouts in a hoodie or see a little line here and be like, hey, that looks like a PC or something like that, right? But most people wouldn't recognize this being under you. And the main reason I went to this is because, like I said, I feel like it's a lot easier to move in. If I'm crawling on the ground, if I'm doing anything that I don't want to draw that attention, I'm still protected, but I don't have that war look, right? So I switched and dumped all that and went to this and just run my chest rig stocked complete now. This is a Helicon chest rig, and what I would do is simply throw this over top, and then I have access to all my kit. So if God forbid ever in a firefight, or if the Walking Dead happens, right, I have all my mags. You know, I got 3 AR mags, I got 3 Glock mags, I got a tourniquet, I got a bunch of EDC tools, I got a med kit, I got everything here that I could fold up into something this big and throw in a backpack, or leave in this, or get rid of, and you don't have this super tactical look, right? So that's the main reason why I went to the slick style in the chest rig. This simply just goes around me, buckle it up, I'm good to go. I can still move around, but having all this extra weight, and you're talking, you know, 5 inches of real estate is going to take a big difference on you if you're crawling or trying to stay low vis. So the chest rig theory for me, and just rocking a slick carrier underneath, is something that I prefer. And I've been running this now for about a month like this, and I like it much better, and I'll leave a link to this as well. Again, this one's made by Helicon, but Haley Strategic, Spirit Systems, there's a bunch of really great brands out there. I'll leave a link to this specific one. Not sponsored by them, but I do have an Amazon affiliate account with these guys, so if you were to buy it through my link, I get a couple bucks off of it. Again, defense mechanisms, Helicon. I think it's a lot smarter of a setup, and it's a lot more versatile, right? I can do a lot of things without drawing so much attention and still have that same protection. That's it, guys. Quick brief down, quick run through. Next video that comes up after this one will be a breakdown of deployment kit of the rifle. We also picked up some new guns over the last week, about 4 or 5, so we're going to be dropping some videos on those. And that's it. Any questions on any of this, drop a comment down below. I'll see you on the next one.